whiteboard stickers for laptops. In terms of being a lean startup, I definitely think that is a complete benefit. I mean, if you listen to the story that we did, I decided I want to make a sticker. I did it at 8:45 on a Sunday morning, and posted a picture to Facebook, and everyone just went nuts. They thought it was a great idea. And so what we did is we built the site in 10 hours. Right, 10 hours, start to finish, selling products by the end of the night. And I think doing that on a very cheap budget. So we spent $13 on a .co domain name, and that was it. Right, that was the only money we spent the entire time. And then we actually used that site up until about a week ago. So we were still running on this free hosting, and it's amazing how fast you can move without with no budget at all. And it's basically just comes down to creativity and a little bit of ingenuity, in terms of getting your product to the market.
Everybody talks about how much they need to get off the ground. That they need X amount of capital and they need X amount. I mean, yes, for a lot of businesses, you do need capital to get off the ground. But there are plenty of ideas you don't need capital to get off the ground. So if you reduce your requirements, the chance of taking a swing doesn't hurt you as much if it doesn't work. Now, we're really glad that it does work, and we've had a lot of success with it. But we like this company not just as because of the product, but because of the model that we're trying to show other people how to use. It's really funny because we did not go on some kind of search or long journey to find it. Like, we are both active in the Dallas startup scene. We've both seen each other. We both know the community. So what caused this company to happen was all of that before, all those community building, all the relationship. So it's very interesting when we talk about startup communities, how important those meetings and those face-to-face relationships are, because when that moment occurs, you already know the people, you already know who to find, and you kind of already know each other, how each other works.
In terms of co-founders, so I do a lot with Startup Weekend, and so like Eric said, we're very involved in the Dallas startup community. We do a lot of community building events, and of course that's how we knew each other. And so, like you said, it wasn't really like we were looking for a co-founder. We just happened to already know each other. I'm a web developer. I knew Eric did marketing, and I said, hey, I need someone to write content for the website. Do you want to do this for us? And he's like, yeah, why not? Right? And so I think that for us, it just kind of gelled, right off the bat. And I think that both of us have kind of, it was a branding experiment, and I think we still think of it as the same thing. And luckily, both of us are on the same page all the time, for the most part. So, and I think that so far we just made, I think you're the pancake to my syrup. It's Stop it. In terms of leveraging platforms and resources, I think what we did, ours is a little unique, is that we didn't think it would take off the way it did, because it was such a simple idea and such a simple product that kind of really spoke to this tech crowd, that it was such an analog thing but in a digital world. And so when it comes to Product Hunt or Reddit or Gizmodo or any of those things, I think really it comes down to launching early and fast and getting the word out, right? Like, don't spend so much time in beta. Don't spend so much time doing X amount of stuff. Just get it out there. Get it in front of people, or like right now, right? Just let them experience the product.
Yeah, I think we've really focused not on seeking out media, but creating something media worthy. So we're not trying to like run a PR game here. We do, of course, when anyone reaches out to us, we want to pursue that as much as we possibly can and get the value out of it we possibly can. But, I mean, as far as the plans for the company, we're not talking about marketing plans. We're talking about what is the cool thing we can make that people will talk about. So you think of our marketing budget, if there is one, sunk into product R&D. It's not about, buying media or playing the PR game. As far as what's the good long-term goal of the company, it's very interesting for us where this product has taken itself and where we've seen opportunities for the product. Obviously, there's a consumer aspect to the product, and we want to come up with different things for the consumer. In fact, if you take a look at our site and a lot of our images, you'll see the black DrawAttention board. So you can draw on it with neon paint pens and that kind of thing. We call that the DJ style. It's still in beta because we're trying to find the right adhesive on the vinyl, all that good stuff. But we've had so many divisions and areas reach out to us. A good example is education. So we've had multiple teachers reach out to us and say, I work at a one-for-one school. We want this on our laptops so that the kids can close the laptop, do some work, show it to me, and then I can use it in activities, I can use it in experiments. They really like that idea. And we see that idea on not just laptops, but calculators and tablets, et cetera. we also are working out printed laptop whiteboards. So we've worked with some special illustrators and artists to come out with an artist edition of DrawAttention. You'll see that coming soon. It's freaking gorgeous. I'm ecstatic about it. But yeah, our focus number one is make a really good product and make sure that it meets customer expectations. And then we're looking at all these different places where people want to put a whiteboard.
Where I see our company going in the future, a lot of the people who are interested in the product are mostly freelancers, independent contractors, people who are looking to brand themselves. And so honestly, I would want to be in every coffee shop or co-working space or incubator across the country. You know, when you work in these collaborative environments, you know, if you're a little bit shy, you have a little social anxiety, you can write on the board, hey, listen, I'm a marketer, I'm a web developer, you know, come talk to me, you know, let's you know, partner up. So I was actually working at VUCA Co-working the other day, and I put on there, hey, I'm a web developer, I work with startups. And in like 10 minutes, a guy had walked over, said, hey, you work with startups? Hey, I need someone who works with startups. Hey, I do blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's a really great conversation piece and icebreaker to kind of, you know, talk about what you're working on and how you can help other people. In terms of like how interesting it is used, I think the education aspect is something we never thought of, right? I mean, we just never thought of it. But being a hacker guy myself, taking it to a hackathon and putting the skills on your board of what you are, like, hey, listen, I do Node.js, I do blah, 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 I do JavaScript, like, come talk to me, like, let's build the team together. I think that's a really interesting concept in terms of, like, being out there in like, technical world and hackathons and stuff, so.
I think what's also cool is when I see people putting, like, their Twitter handle or their hashtags on there, it's like you get a bio for someone without ever having to ask them, like, so what do you do? What are you interested in? If you ask me what I write on my DrawAttention board, it's @eSwayne, #coffee, #Denton, and #DataGeek. That's pretty much what, like, if you want to know me in 3 words, there you go. I've seen presenters when they're presenting at a conference, that way they can put the Twitter handle on there and they don't have to remind everyone, hey, my Twitter handle, hey, my Twitter handle. So they just keep it on there all the time. You see it on their laptop and then you see what they're presenting. I love that use case.